Condensation is a fundamental process in nature, and it plays a vital role in our daily lives. Here's a more detailed explanation. Definition. Condensation is the process by which a substance changes from a gaseous state, vapor, to a liquid state. In the context of water, it's the transformation of water vapor in the air into liquid water. How it works. Condensation typically occurs when the temperature of a gas decreases or when the pressure increases. When air cools, it loses its ability to hold as much water vapor. The excess vapor then condenses into liquid water droplets. These droplets can form on surfaces, such as cold windows, mirrors in a steamy bathroom, the outside of a cold drink. In the atmosphere, condensation is responsible for the formation of clouds, fog, dew. Key factors. Temperature. Lower temperatures promote condensation. Humidity. Higher humidity means more water vapor in the air, increasing the likelihood of condensation. Dew point. The dew point is the temperature at which air becomes saturated with water vapor and condensation begins. Examples. Dew. Water vapor condenses on cool surfaces overnight, forming dew. Clouds. Water vapor in the atmosphere condenses around tiny particles, condensation nuclei, forming clouds. Rain. When water droplets in clouds become heavy enough, they fall as rain. Fog. Condensation occurs near the ground, creating a cloud close to the surface. Importance. Water cycle. Condensation is a crucial part of the water cycle, which replenishes Earth's fresh water supplies. Weather patterns. It plays a significant role in determining weather patterns and precipitation. Technology. Condensation is used in various technologies, such as air conditioning, dehumidifiers, and atmospheric water generators. Turning vapor into drinking water, a technological marvel. The process of turning water vapor into drinking water is essentially a process of condensation. This is achieved through various methods, including atmospheric water generators, AWGs, condensation. These devices cool the air below its dew point, causing water vapor to condense into liquid water. Desiccant. Some AWGs use desiccants, materials that absorb water vapor from the air. The water is then extracted from the desiccant. Solarstills. Solar energy. These devices utilize solar energy to heat water, causing it to evaporate. The vapor then condenses on a cooler surface and is collected as drinking water. Fog harvesting. Fog nets. In regions with frequent fog, specialized nets are used to capture water droplets from the fog. Key considerations. Energy efficiency. The efficiency of water extraction depends on factors such as humidity, temperature, and the specific technology used. Water quality. The quality of the extracted water can be affected by the air quality and the filtration system used. Cost effectiveness. The cost of these technologies can vary, and economic feasibility is a crucial factor in their adoption. While these technologies offer promising solutions for water scarcity, they are not yet widely accessible or affordable for many communities. However, ongoing research and development are continually improving their efficiency and reducing their cost. Atmospheric water generators, AWGs, are devices that extract water from the surrounding air, providing a potential solution to water scarcity in various regions. Here's a breakdown of how they work and their significance. How they work. Condensation. The most common type of AWG uses a process similar to air conditioning. It cools the air, causing the water vapor within it to condense into liquid water. This condensed water is then collected and filtered to ensure it's safe for drinking. Desiccants. Some AWGs utilize desiccants, which are substances that absorb moisture from the air. The absorbed water is then extracted from the desiccant through heating and condensation. Other methods. Emerging technologies include using membranes that selectively allow water vapor to pass through, as well as methods involving pressurization. Key considerations. Humidity. AWGs work best in environments with relatively high humidity. Their efficiency decreases in dry climates. Energy consumption. Many AWGs require significant energy to operate, particularly those that use cooling-based condensation. However, advancements are being made to improve energy efficiency and utilize renewable energy sources. Water quality. Proper filtration is essential to ensure that the water produced by AWGs is safe for consumption. Applications. Water scarcity. AWGs can provide a reliable source of drinking water in areas facing drought or limited access to clean water. Disaster relief. They can be deployed in emergency situations to provide potable water to affected populations. Military and remote locations. AWGs are valuable for providing water in remote areas or for military operations where traditional water sources may be unavailable. Domestic use. Smaller AWG units are available for home use, reducing reliance on bottled water. Advancements. Ongoing research and development are focused on improving the efficiency, reducing the energy consumption, and expanding the applicability of AWG technology. There is increased focus on making these devices more sustainable. AWGs represent a promising technology for addressing global water challenges. While they have limitations, continued advancements are making them a more viable and sustainable solution. Solar stills are simple yet effective devices that harness the power of the sun to purify water. They're particularly useful in areas where access to clean drinking water is limited. Here's a breakdown of how they work. The basic principle. Solar stills mimic the Earth's natural water cycle: evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. They use solar energy to evaporate impure water, leaving behind salts and other contaminants. The water vapor then condenses on a cooler surface and is collected as purified water. How they work. Absorption. A shallow basin containing impure water, e.g., salt water, brackish water, is exposed to sunlight. The sun's energy heats the water, causing it to evaporate. Evaporation. As the water evaporates, it leaves behind impurities like salts, minerals, and bacteria. Condensation. The water vapor rises and comes into contact with a cooler surface, typically a sloped glass or plastic cover. The vapor condenses on this surface, forming droplets of pure water. Collection. The condensed water droplets flow down the sloped surface and are collected in a trough or container. Key advantages. Simplicity. Solar stills are relatively simple to construct and operate, often using readily available materials. Sustainability. They rely on solar energy, a renewable resource, making them environmentally friendly. Low maintenance. With no moving parts, solar stills require minimal maintenance. Cost-effective. They can be a cost-effective solution for providing clean water in remote or resource-limited areas. Limitations. Output. Solar stills typically produce relatively small amounts of water per day, which may limit their use for large-scale applications. Weather dependence. Their performance is dependent on sunlight, so cloudy weather can reduce their efficiency. Area requirements. To produce significant amounts of water, solar stills may require a relatively large surface area. Applications. Desalination. Removing salt from seawater or brackish water. Water purification. Removing contaminants from polluted water sources. Emergency situations. Providing clean water in disaster-stricken areas. Remote communities. Supplying drinking water to isolated communities with limited access to clean water. Solar stills are a valuable tool for providing clean water, particularly in regions facing water scarcity. Fog harvesting is a fascinating and increasingly important technique for obtaining fresh water in regions where it's scarce. Here's a breakdown of the process. What is fog harvesting? Fog harvesting involves collecting water droplets from fog using specialized nets or other structures. It's a process that mimics how some plants and animals in foggy environments naturally gather moistures. How it works. Fog nets. The most common method uses large, vertical mesh nets, often made of materials like polyethylene. As fog-laden wind passes through the nets, tiny water droplets become trapped on the mesh. These droplets then coalesce and flow down into a collection trough at the base of the nets. The collected water is then channeled into storage tanks or pipelines. Other techniques. Researchers are also exploring other methods, such as using specialized coatings or designs to improve fog collection efficiency. Where it's used. Fog harvesting is particularly effective in coastal and mountainous regions with frequent fog, such as Chile's Atacama Desert, coastal areas of Peru, Chile's Atacama of Humpy, parts of Africa, mountainous areas worldwide. Advantages. Low-tech and sustainable. Fog harvesting systems are relatively simple and inexpensive to build and maintain. They rely on natural fog, making them a sustainable water source. Clean water. Fog water is generally very clean, often requiring minimal filtration. Community-based. Fog harvesting can be implemented at a community level, providing a valuable water resource for local populations. Disadvantages. Geographic limitations. Fog harvesting is only viable in areas with frequent and dense fog. Weather dependence. The amount of water collected can vary significantly depending on fog conditions. Potential for damage. Harsh weather conditions can damage the collection nets. Pollution concerns. In areas with high atmospheric pollution, the collected fog water could also be polluted. Significance. Fog harvesting offers a promising solution to water scarcity in arid and semi-arid regions. It can provide a reliable source of fresh water for drinking, agriculture, and other uses. As water scarcity becomes an increasingly pressing global issue, fog harvesting is gaining recognition as a valuable and sustainable water resource. Water scarcity is a significant issue in many regions around the world. Here are some of the regions most affected by water scarcity: Middle East and North Africa. Countries in this region, such as Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Israel, face severe water scarcity due to arid climates and high population growth. South Asia. Countries like India and Pakistan are experiencing water stress due to increasing population, rapid urbanization, and unsustainable agricultural practices. Sub-Saharan Africa. Many African countries, particularly those in the Sahel region, suffer from water scarcity due to climate change, poor water management, and overexploitation of water resources. California, USA. California experiences periodic droughts that can lead to severe water shortages, impacting agriculture, urban areas, and ecosystems. Other regions, parts of Australia, Spain, and other countries also face water scarcity challenges. It's important to note that water scarcity is a complex issue with multiple causes, including climate change, population growth, pollution, and inefficient water management. Addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach, including sustainable water management practices, water conservation, and investment in water infrastructure. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on my latest content.